Hi y'all! In this video I'll look at making a sheet that will calculate each of the finance formulas we'll be interested in for this class. You should have the notes with the financial formulas with you while you watch this video. As usual, I'm starting with the sheet that includes several filled-in values. Most of these are just seed values, but some of them are calculated. For instance, B6 is B4 times B5 and B7 equals B3 divided by B4. What I want to do is to have Excel calculate some of these other things. For instance, the simple interest future total amount, the present value and the amount of interest, the compound interest total amount, present value, so on and so forth. For the annuities, the future value payment, present value payment. To look at doing this, again, you may want to have your formulas with you. Let's do this simple interest total amount. This should equal P times the quantity 1 plus RT. Using the placement of the values here, that should be B2 times, open parentheses, 1 plus R is in B3 times T is in B5, close parentheses. What's particularly nice about doing this in Excel again is, of course, that I can go through, if I changed P to 200 and R to 0.06 and T to 12, that would recalculate this value of A and give me the value I want. Okay, I'm going to undo those values. Okay. I could do a similar thing for P or I. I'll do I real quick. Again, I is PRT. That should be B2 times B3 times B5. For compound interest, let's do P, that's the present value. That formula should be A divided by the quantity 1 plus R over N raised to the NT. That should be, again, A divided by the quantity 1 plus R over N, that's in B7. Makes my life a little easier to have done it that way. Raised to the NT, which is in B6. And that should be my value of P. I'll add, if you wanted to round this, I could go through and type that in as round to 2 decimal places. Makes it look a little prettier. I could have done the same thing a second ago. The last couple of formulas I'll do for you are the future value of an annuity. I'll do this a little more slowly, though you may want to pause the screen when the whole formula is on there. The future value of an annuity should be equal the payment times the quantity for the numerator, and then the quantity for the first part that's in the raised to a power, 1 plus R over N raised to the NT minus 1, close parentheses, divided by R over N. Alright, that should give me the future value of the annuity for these values. I'll reiterate, at this point I could change this payment to, let's say, 500. I could go through, I could change R to 0.0625, N to 12, and the future value is changed to accommodate those changes in the initial values here. Alright. The last one I'm going to do here is the payment for the future value. It is going to be equal to the future value times R over N divided by the quantity, open parentheses again, 1 plus R over N raised to the NT minus 1, close parentheses. We should get that. Again, you may want to round that if you want. And lastly, what I'll do in this video is look at a couple of other formulas. We did not do R and T in class. We did not do explicit formulas for this. But you can see the correct formula to calculate that up here in the formula bar. This is, you can solve for R using some algebra. Doing a similar thing down here, I'm going to move to T. This is a formula that will give you the value for T every single time. That'll work just fine. Let me go through and make one slight change here. B7 would have worked there. But those are nice formulas to be aware of. I'll note there is no explicit formula I can use to solve the compound interest or for N You can also not solve the compound interest of the annuities for N, though you can solve the annuities for R and T, though I'm not going to do that at this point. This is all I wanted to do for the video, so hopefully this will get you a start in filling in all the rest of these formulas, which you can then use on your homework. Have fun excelling.